Alongside of him is Paul South. Number 32, Steve Rope from Blowfield, and 405, Tony Taylor. Number 14 that sits on the next row, together with 28, Justin Gladwell. That went well the other night till they had a crash, but might well be one to watch. 89, he's had a win recently. That's Ian Green from Felixstowe. Philip Lawn in 120, a driver who raced here a year or two back. Haven't seen him since. Car built by Cooke for his return to racing here at Caister tonight. Certainly going to be one to watch. 54, another quite famous car, previously driven by Neil Facey and now driven by Mark Sack. On to the Caister Bend. The yellow roof cars have got more points than the whites, so they start further back. First away, the young man who's had quite a good 1992 so far, and a very nice Fiesta, Glenn Bickers, 320. On his outside, Joker John Finch in 304, and 83, Eric Smith from Cromer. Paul Wincott had some quite good results recently in 350. Martin Ward in the very smart Metro. Pleased to see none the worse for a little fire that it had here on Tuesday night. Alongside of him, Kevin Whiting in 140 and Brian Bunn. That didn't really sound all that well in practice, but hopefully up and running now, 349. Blue Graders have got more points than the whites and the yellows. They start further back still. On the far side, Kevin Swan in 539 and his March colleague 352, Steve Broomfield. Rob Capon from Ipswich in 300. 347 is Carl Nunn, and 268, former East Anglian champion Keith Wright. At the back from Ipswich, the first of the star men with a red roof to denote their star status, Bruce Wilcox in 500. On his outside, been up all night mending it after a tremendous smash at Eastbourne on Wednesday, 69, Tick Stewart. And right at the back, the English champion, 524, Melly Cooke. So away they go then. The first of 20 laps is completed. Number 12 goes for a spin here on the home straight, Stuart Place. The rest though, they come safely through the mist and head for the far side with number 32, Steve Rope, setting the early pace. Poor old Bruce Wilcox in 500, doesn't sound at all well. So that one struggling a bit at the back of the grid. While 32, the Escort, the white Escort, still leads them down the back straight. 28, Justin Gladwell in the yellow Escort, second. 405, Tony Taylor is third. But all eyes, of course, on how the big names are doing. 524 and 69 have come charging through from the back again. They're both already in the mid-order, although half a lap down still on the race leaders. Be interesting to see how near they get before the finish of the race. Still 32, 28 and 405 leading the way though. But Cooke in 524 and Tick Stewart in 69 tracking each other around this Caister Raceway. They're currently about 9th and 10th. They're certainly going to improve on that before the finish, and I still wouldn't be surprised to see a 1-2 for those, but I wonder which one it is this week. Tick Stewart had the better of it last Sunday. Melly Cooke had the better of it Tuesday. So this in many ways a decider, but still for the moment the two smart Escorts, 32 and 28, still lead the way. They head for the far side. The Fiesta of Glenn Bickers, third in 320. 405, Tony Taylor is fourth. Fifth man is 205, Martin Ward. So we got two Escorts, a Fiesta, a Starlet and a Metro in the top five. So there's plenty of variety there. Down the far side then go the leaders. Glenn Bickers 320, looking for a way through, but hasn't found it yet. Melly Cooke in 524, also making excellent progress off the Caister Bend. He's going to be on the leaderboard. In fact, he now is. He's now in fifth and beginning the chase after the leading four, which is still as they are, 32, 28, 320 and 205. Then Cooke in 524, Tick Stewart in 69. The rest, I'm afraid, getting a bit left behind. It's between these six as they race down the far side. They've got a back marker ahead of them, number 14, who can be a bit unpredictable at times, to say the very least. but he does move over and give them all a wide berth, so well done 14, that was nice to see. That means the big boys can get on with their racing. And down the far side, the Metro, Martin Ward 205, he now hits the front, but he's got Cooke, Tick Stewart and Glenn Bickers for company. So can Martin Ward hold on? The two escorts are still in there as well, but I think it's a bit of a losing battle that they're fighting. So Martin Ward 205 is left the door slightly ajar, and that's all that Cooke needs. He goes up on the inside. Tick Stewart also tries to dive through. Huge crash in the finish on the home straight, 205. That hits the fence with a mighty wallop. Okay, that'll be a red then, Mr. Starter. Red that will be, because he doesn't look at all well. Well, as you saw then, high drama on the home straight as 69, 524 and 205 battled for the lead. 205 went fencewards very, very heavily, didn't he? Very smart looking Metro. Unfortunately, it's not done that too much good, has it? But as far as the race is concerned, 12 laps are done. The remaining 8 laps will be run with the cars lined up in lap sheet order. So they will be lined up, as we said, in lap sheet order in just a few moments by our track staff, and the remaining 8 laps will be run in just a few moments. So away they go again then, the remaining 8 laps of race number 1. Melly Cooke 524 in front, 69 Tick Stewart second, 320 Glenn Bickers third, and it's really between these three. I think the rest are going to be left far, far behind now, with these three having a clear raceway to race through. The thing is now, can Tick Stewart find a way past Melly Cooke? He couldn't do so on Tuesday, but he did last Sunday. They're through with 14 done. It's 5 next time, Mr. Starter, to this opening race of the night, race 1. Heading for the Caister Bend, the scene of all the drama in the first part of the race. Cooke safely through. Tick Stewart, though, not being left behind by that much. He's quicker into the bends, although perhaps not quite so quick out of them, which is really where you want the speed. 320 Glenn Bickers third. Now this could be interesting. They're coming up to lap a back marker. Tick again had a look at the inside there, just as he did previously. But Cooke quickly shut the door that time. But 69 does seem to corner a fraction better. We'll see how they manage round the Caister Bend. Safely through there. Glenn Bickers still third in 320. 352 Steve Broomfield is fourth. 89 and 539 follow that. Something of a destructive race. 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11 cars on the infield from this. 2 laps to run. Cooke from Tick, Glenn Bickers and Steve Broomfield. Looks like they're going to be the top 4, and it's beginning to look like Tick Stewart not going to find a way past Cooke. The English champ, he's got 1 more lap to go. If he crosses the line with the win, watch the hand out the window, the familiar number 1 sign will no doubt appear. They race down the far side again, past the back marking 304 John Finch, into the Caister Bend, and winning the first one of the day right from the back of the grid, Melly Cooke 524. 69 Tick Stewart comes second, Glenn Bickers is third, Steve Broomfield fourth, and here's the battle for fifth. Kevin Swan gets the better of Ian Green and the others. With that, they're done. Red flag, Mr. Starter, please, to end race 1. Right then, here's the man who came right from the back of the grid to win yet another one here at the Caister Raceway. He's off on his lap of honour. He got cheers on Tuesday. Going to give him some more tonight. 524, Melly Cooke.